Remember to thank the animator, the Who, and for this amazing animation. But now, let's get on with the episode. Well, it's finally here. The long-awaited episode, the Battle of the Super Soldiers. Captain America, the first ever Avenger, versus Deathstroke, the Terminator. It's your really great thing here. It's my job to analyze both these characters to their fullest to see what would happen when these two fictional characters finally collide. In the 1930s, World War II had boomed over the horizon. Hitler had taken most of Europe and planning on taking over the US soon. The world needed a hero, and soon they got one by the name of Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers tried time and time again to serve his country by enlisting into the army, only to be rejected every single time due to his frail body and medical problems. Hey, I'm not a guy who wants to join an army, but I know how that feels. I can't join the army for the life of me either. It's my medical problems. I shouldn't be saying that right now. Maybe we should keep going back to Captain America. Finally, he was made an offer by Dr. Abraham Erskine. Steve would finally be allowed into the army, provided he volunteered to test Dr. Erskine's breakthrough formula, the Super Soldier Serum. The formula was an astounding success, bringing Steve Rogers to the peak of human physical performance. Clad in the striking armored uniform and equipped with virtually unbreakable vibranium shields, Steve was christened as Captain America, the Super Soldier of America. He then proceeded to tear a path through the forces of the Axis powers before being accidentally frozen in the Arctic for 70 years. Not the best kind of thing to do when you're America's biggest hero. Until he was thawed off and brought into be one of the first ever members into the Avengers. Then Captain America continued to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. Captain America has many different abilities. He is an adept in all fighting styles, a master tactician. Multilingual means he can speak multiple languages. He's a proficient in all weapons, though he typically relies on his shield. He's an excellent acrobat. He can bench press over 1,100 pounds. He runs a mile in less than 73 seconds. And he can possess all form of mind control. Man, the guy's basically a human beefcake nowadays. Man, I wish to have that kind of body. Well, but there's one thing he really relies on is his shield. Cap's shield is a 2.5 feet in diameter and weighs 12 pounds full of vibranium armor. It's made of proto-adamantium and vibranium. Proto-adamantium is basically almost the stuff that was made to make Wolverine's bones. It's even stronger than Wolverine's bones. It is one blows from any impact. It can conduct neither electricity or heat, and it's highly aerodynamic. He can throw that thing anywhere, and it uses it like a boomerang, and he can easily catch it back anytime. It can only be damaged by tampering with its molecular bonding. Basically, it's almost indestructible. But he does basically throw it at anyone. He can get himself unarmed because of it. Man, that's a bad idea to do if you think about it. He has a lot of amazing feats, if you guys don't know. He survived being frozen for 70 years. He could run through almost 50 to 80 miles per hour. He caught a torpedo with his bare hands, fought off Thor, Iron Man, and the Hulk by himself. And you already know you're a G if you can do that kind of shit. He can jump 20 to 30 feet high in the air, drop from airplanes at crushing altitude into water without a parachute, no problem. He's fought Spider-Man and the others from the Ultimate Spider-Man series, fought Iron Man to a standstill by himself, threw Hulk off his feet, and you already know how powerful Hulk is. Look at that motherfucker. Damn, what a man. But he does have some weaknesses. First, he's not unbeatable. He's still human. A good bullet to the head or the heart will still take this bad boy down. He is a bit unexperienced when you compare it to a lot of other members of the team. Basically because he was frozen for 70 years, so you can't really say that with experience or actually training in a giant iceberg. What are we? And also he's been known to actually leave and betray his country. Well, I can't blame him for that. Think about it. When you're in the US, we're either being ruled by this man, almost ruled by this woman. We're highly sensitive to anything that's on the internet, and we're scared of this tiny midget Asian with a bomb. Hail Hydra, everyone. Hail Hydra. But all in all, Captain America will still fight for what he believes is right. He will fight for the red, white, and blue.
Captain America throws his mighty shield. All those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. If he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Slade Wilson was 16 years old when he first enlisted into the United States Army. After faking his age, he served a while in Korea. He was later assigned to Camp Washington, where he had been promoted to the rank of major in the early 1960s. He met Captain Adeline Kane, who was tasked with the training of the young soldiers in new fighting styles and techniques. Soon she realized that Kane was one of the best soldiers in that brigade. Sometime later, Wilson has volunteered for a medical experiment designed to stimulate his adrenal glands in the hopes of increasing a soldier's ability to resist truth serums. The experiment did not go as expected, and Slade fell into a coma. Well, that goes a bit wrong really fast. That went 0 to 100. When he awakened, however, he discovered that he was now capable of using 9% of his brain capacity, and his strength, durability, and agility were increased to superhuman levels. So it seems that Truth Serum became a superhero serum, kind of like someone else we know. He applied for re-assignment with the army, but then refused him. Although his condition was now stabilized, depression took a hold of him, and he was desperate to serve his country once again. At this time, Adeline became pregnant with his son out of nowhere, and they had their second child, Joseph, who was then stolen by mercenaries. He went and saved him. He lost an eye. His son couldn't speak anymore. Yada yada yada. Who cares about these guys' backstories about them becoming super soldiers? What we really want to see is their unbelievable abilities. He has the enhanced mind, able to utilize 9 times more than a human brain's capacity for information. Storing and sorting, his mind is practically a computer built for strategy and problem solving. He can work out any sort of problem, battle attacks ahead of time, and even predicts an enemy's move based on what they have displayed so far. Showing what his memory is perfect with instant total recall. He's ingenious in devising solutions against superior aspects of an opponent. He can observe and exploit anyone's weaknesses. He has enhanced reflexes. His reflexes are incredible. That he is able to casually dodge point-blank gunfire and outmaneuver any opponent no matter how fast. His advanced trait lets him lift over 10 men and can lift up to 5 tons with some effort. His enhanced stamina is able to exert himself to the peak human capacity longer than any human can ever hope to. He can run up to 100 and 111 to 115 miles per hour long distance, far outperforming in any Olympic athlete. His enhanced senses has shown that he can highly augment as well, making him able to see, hear, smell, feel, and taste things better than any ordinary human being. But the best part of it is his healing regeneration, which is a lot. His regeneration powers are enhanced, and he makes them able to recover from any injuries such as gunshots, stab wounds, broken bones, bruises, and many, many more. He can heal much faster than normal. He was once stabbed clean to the chest, and this didn't do anything except slow him down and cause him pain. Due to his healing factor, he is immune to all forms of diseases, infections, and even foreign chemicals. And not forget about his skill in martial arts. This guy has shown he has physical prowess, have enabled him to barely best Batman several times. Slade has trained for hand-to-hand combat while in the army. He invited himself to be their best fighter. Later, he received martial arts training of various styles, including boxing, kickboxing, ninjutsu, judo, and jiu-jitsu. After mastering these martial arts, he furthered his studies when he taught to an assassin known as Matas, trained him in the ways of ninja and has studied assassination techniques. His physical prowess is so great that he's defeated Batman in hand-to-hand combat and was defeated only when Batman was helped by Nightwing and Robin. But it took 3 people to stop him during that time. Deathstroke has also many weapons in his arsenal. He has 2 twin katanas in his hand. He has grenades, flashbangs, stun grenades. He even has a sniper rifle, semi-automatic guns, pistols, and many more. He even has a bow staff that can even cause electrical bolts to come from it to shock his enemies. Even his armor is one of the most strongest things he has in the Marvel Universe, nymph armor, which is somehow stronger than titanium, which is Earth's greatest and strongest compound for armor. Marvel Comics people, they always know how to make something stronger than the strongest thing made. Deathstroke also has lots of feats. He has bested the Teen Titans multiple times, took out the whole Justice League on his own, been stabbed multiple times and came out like it's nothing. Bested Batman on his own, which is already a person being on its own. Lifts over 5 tons of weight by himself. He's a master tactician and fought over multiple mercenaries on his own. And one of his only few bad traits he has is basically his mental problem. He is not the best when it comes to fighting with a mentality of his own, you know, losing his family, losing his son multiple times, being, you know, kicked out of the army for what he is. But still, Deathstroke is still one of the most greatest assassins in the DC universe. Be careful when you get hunted down by this man. Okay, hey, the combatants are set. Now let's settle this debate. It's time for these 2 fictional characters to collide.
Time to earn my pay. That's far enough. Fight. Sorry, soldier. Try and be a challenge. I'll take this. The next fight will be mine. I never surrender. Let's see you dodge this. Too slow. Let's finish this. Let's turn up the heat. Consider yourself terminated.
Ouch, that's gonna leave a mark. Well, it's kind of obvious of why why Deathstroke wins this fight. Deathstroke basically has it in every category. In skill, experience, durability, versatility, strength, and speed. Captain America showed that he can lift over 1,100 pounds, but Deathstroke has shown that he can lift around 5 tons with ease. Basically 4 times the weight of what Captain America can lift. And also with versatility, Captain America basically relies on that shield, while Deathstroke is basically a human Swiss Army knife. That guy can basically pull out in many weapons and kill Captain America in many ways, but Captain America has to rely on one way. And hell, Deathstroke has survived a lot of fights just like Captain America, who basically is a funnel fighter, who doesn't rely on weapons and gadgets and just full-on force. Hell, the guy fought Batman at one point. And yes, fighting Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk is pretty impressive, but you wanna know what's more impressive? Defeating the entire Justice League on your own. That is one badass way of fighting. And basically the biggest nail in the coffin is Deathstroke's healing ability. Captain America basically doesn't have any way to take Deathstroke down with that ability. The guy has faced gunshots to the face, heart, been stabbed multiple times, been burned multiple times because he survived chemical warfare. None of that stuff is even remotely close to what Captain America can do. Captain America can't do any of that. So, and if Deathstroke can survive that kind of stuff, Captain America isn't going to be that close to even ending him. So in the end, Captain America just didn't have a stroke of luck in this episode. The winner is Deathstroke. Next time on Fictional Characters Collide.
They masquerade as
but are mere toothless worms. I know you can feel it. It is the end of all things. Elder gods. Finish him! Flawless victory.